Hey, this is Soph.
This is Rich.
And we are
Across the pond.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Soph?
I've got a little surprise for you.
You got
I've just got to play
me?
something. Yeah, I've got to play you something. Hold on. I hope everyone can hear it. Oh my God, modern technology. Is it going to work? Come on. Okay, we're going to have to start. Just talk amongst yourselves for a second, because, you know, this is very...
I'll tell you, it's been a very, very busy weekend.
This is... Hold on. I'll let you know in just 2 seconds. It's worth it. It's so worth it.
It's so worth it? Okay, yeah. Well, the world is listening.
The world is waiting with bated breath.
Look.
Something happened yesterday. Here we go. Can you hear it?
Biffy Cairo, of course. And before that, there was the lovely Sophie doing the book review. Thank you, Sophie. So, tell you a bit about Sophie now. Sophie loves her social media. She absolutely loves it. So she's been doing a lot of TikTok videos during the first part of lockdown, and that's kind of evolved into these conversations, if you like, called lives. So on TikTok, there'll be a host, and they'll do a live, and it's basically invites as many people as they want. You can log on to it and that you can all just have a chat with that person, which is great. And through those TikTok lives, she's met her friend Richard. Now, Richard is from Pennsylvania in the States, the good old US of A. And they together have... They're two creatives, to be fair, and they had an idea and they said, let's do it. Let's just, let's just suck it and see. And we'll just go out there and do it. So what they've done, they've created a YouTube channel called Across the Pond with Rich and Soph, and it's discussing all things that we and them have in common and all the differences between us. So it started off with candy bars. So and they've posted over sweets from here to there and from there to here. And there are a lot of differences, to be honest, a lot of sugar content from the ones from America. But their discussions can be hilarious and very informative, and it's lovely. It's nice to see how social media can bring two people who are so far apart so close together, and it's for your entertainment. So check them out. It's Across the Pond with Rich and Soph, and if you search for them on YouTube, you'll find them. So have a little listen. It's like having two new friends. So there you go. That's what Sophie's been up to. But
get in. We made it to the radio. It was on Switch Radio 107.5. Switch Radio 107.5 FM. Cheers, we made it to the radio.
Cheers, we made it to the radio.
Yes.
Oh, you put icing on the end of my weekend. That was awesome. We made it to the radio, folks.
We made it to the radio. Next stop, television. Watch out.
Next stop. Oh, we're going to conquer it all, y'all. Oh, that was so delightful. Thank you. That was a beautiful and wonderful surprise.
Wow. I'll be waiting for mine.
It can't get any better, but it can.
Go on.
Can I say it?
Go on.
We have a new president. Joe Biden. It has been called from my state of Pennsylvania. Have put the nail in the coffin of our previous president, out with the old, in with the new, and also a historic moment as well. We got our first Black, Asian descent female as vice president as well. I'm telling you, 2020 is going to go down in the history books. For the later generation, after we're dead and gone, this is going to be in history books for people to be studying like we studied when we were in school.
Someone actually said earlier that she is like a female Obama. Would you agree with that?
They call her Kamala Harris, and I kind of think she talks to you. First of all, she's very articulate. She's very smart. But she has that motherly quality to where, like, if you do her wrong, she looks like she would give you that, that mama look of death. Like, don't you go in there and don't you touch a thing. We're going into the store, don't you touch a thing. So to compare her to President Obama, no. She is her own woman, and in her
Amen.
own right, she earned that right.
Mhm.
So let's just say she is a natural. You know what I mean? She is her own woman. She is her own voice, and I am so happy and
Well,
so
old
proud.
Joe's on his last legs, isn't he? So maybe she might creep up on the inside and take over.
Hey, we never know.
You never
Now,
ever
that's a
know.
nice conspiracy theory.
I'll put it out
Besides,
there. Don't worry.
people
It
saying
came
that.
from across the pond first.
Ah! Well, let's give kudos. Kudos, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Camilla, I can't even say her name. But guess what? They in it to win it. The scary part is, though, we still got our current president for like the next, 40-something days or 90 days before the inauguration. So I pray that he don't come up with some off-the-wall stuff and get this.
Okay, but you saying that, let's be honest, he is not going to go quietly.
Well, we all know he's going to go quietly, but we don't want him to stir up the country with a whole bunch of hoopla. Because over here, Twitter had shut his Twitter feed down.
Good, he
The
talks
reporters weren't
absolute
allowed.
tripe.
Yeah, the reporters weren't allowed to, repeat what he's saying on Twitter because all of it was false. No factual.
They've only just realised that he's the one that made fake news. I mean, come on.
Yeah, and it was refreshing. I listened to some reporters and the speeches yesterday. Come on, yo.
Okay,
This
come
is
on,
the
give us
first
a little
ever that you
insight.
had this is the first ever that you had a vice president speak first on any, president-elect.
Okay, do you think that that's because Joe's an old school gentleman, so he let the lady go first?
Yeah, and I think it just shows his character. It shows that he's trying to bridge the gap. And then with her speech, then with his speech, it's about unity. He says, look, there's no red states, there's no blue states, it's United States. That sticks out more than anything to me because he's being honest. Like, look, you might not have voted for me, but I still got love for you. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. It's about love. It's about unity. It's about bringing people together. And man, did he put a...
But let's be honest, if he didn't have such a strong vice president who's got such a backing from the public, do you think he still would have won?
Yeah, I really do. I think he still would have won. I think because the country as a whole was tired. No morale. The world was, the country was divided. You know what I mean? Like you had protesting, you had, and right now we even got the COVID rising. And this man was having COVID briefings while the polls and all this voting was going on. What was our president doing? He was on Twitter talking about how this and how that is wrong.
I thought he was playing golf.
And yesterday he was playing golf. That shows you how serious he is about this country, where our COVID is running rampant right now. Like, it's the highest it's ever been. And during the election, I get it, the election, but you still got a job to do. You know what I mean? You still got a job to do as commander-in-chief. And he locked himself in the White House, twittering at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And yet this other man ain't even elected yet. He's still trying to implement some stuff to help the country. You know what I'm saying? He says,
okay, so
Monday,
like you said, there's like a 40-day thing. Does that mean Trump is still the president for the next 40 days?
Yeah, he's still active president. Yeah.
Must be serious, folks. He's got
alcohol. So I think for the next 40 to 90 days, I think this is the time where President-elect Biden and Vice President, he'll be putting his cabinet together. And that's the people that he surrounds himself, that he delegates to handle certain situations dealing with the country. And the first thing he said was, as of Monday, he's putting his team together for the COVID crisis.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, and you know, I'm gonna tell you a beautiful thing about what happened yesterday. Once my state called it. I mean, they're still tallying votes and stuff. They called it. But everybody stormed the streets. Everybody was out in the street. Everybody was praising, dancing.
Celebrating, you mean?
Huh?
Celebrating
in the whole nine. But you know what was special about it? All of them had masks on. You see them saying you see a difference between you can see a difference between one leader to the next. Now this man is promoting masks and stuff, and like guess what? Did nobody argue with him? They went out there and celebrated, and everyone I saw on TV, it might have been onesies or twosies, but 95% of the people out there had masks on. It was a beautiful sight, and it was around the country, California, New York, DC. It was beautiful. And the speeches that they gave last night, cheers again. They did their thing. And guess what? Wasn't nothing special either. They were typical speeches that we're used to having, but by having, our present commander-in-chief, you didn't get that. You got a lot about it's the greatest they've ever seen, or I've done stuff that no one else has ever done, and praising itself, like self-praise. We don't need that right now. We need this country to come together, and I feel humbled. I feel like this we got a breath of fresh air, and the tension is now off our shoulders.
I can definitely
now we can get back to doing our thing, huh?
I can definitely see that you're very passionate about it, and I'm sure when the time comes for us to get rid of our Pratt, who is in charge of our country, I will be exactly the same. The tables will turn. I'll be giving you my speech about how great it is to have somebody who's actually a leader and not a Pratt. But it's not our time yet, so we've still got ours, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey.
But I'm very pleased for you. Like I
am happy. I'm really, really happy. I really am. And like I said, if it went the other way, would I be as happy? Probably not. But he still would have been my commander-in-chief. You know what I mean? I didn't vote for him, but like I said, you got to give people the benefit of the doubt. So for these Trump supporters, it's okay. Like Biden said last night, it's okay.
Listen, everybody's got to have somebody that likes them, right? So there's bound to be some, even if it's just one. Somebody's bound to be a Trump supporter, even if it's just his mom, because somebody's got to have one.
I got friends and family that are Trump supporters. Hey, like I said before, it takes all kinds to make this world go around.
Exactly, and we're just listening to your opinion, which we absolutely love.
Thank you very much. And I'm telling you right now, I'm turning red on the inside. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm turning red on the inside that we made it to the radio. Did we make it to the radio?
Do you know what? Actually, we made it to the radio, which I happen to think is amazing because this is only our fourth show.
This is our fourth episode.
Granted, episode 1 is in 2 parts because you had a malfunction.
Yes, we had a malfunction.
But this is only episode 4. Episode 4. And do you know what is annoying? Like, obviously, we said we'd do it Friday, which is a roundup of what happened in the week, and Sunday, which is a roundup of what happened in the weekend. But I feel like the Sunday to Friday takes so long to get there. And I'm like, oh my God, there's so much I want to talk about. There's so much I want to say. I want to catch up with you. So I feel like I've got I make notes and stuff, but I feel like that Sunday to Friday drags
forever and a day, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna tell you, last week was a rough week for I think the whole world. Everybody was anticipated on bated breath and on the edge of their seat. And I'm gonna tell you, a reporter on TV kind of called Pennsylvania out, to be honest. And I think that's why they called it, because he made it known. I can't think of the anchorman's name, but I want to thank him because he came 100 with it. He was like, you know what? There's no reason why this hasn't been called. I think Pennsylvania is intimidated by Trump. You know, they're scared, they're intimidated. They don't want to, you know, it's not about people's feelings when it comes to elections. You either win or you lose. That's it. They're trying to be afraid of what might happen because of that man's feelings. Guess what? That's the name of the game. You win or you lose. That's it. And Pennsylvania, Biden had it in the bag in Pennsylvania since like Saturday. Well, no, it's Thursday, Friday. He had it in the bag. And it was like they were still, and to me, my opinion, I felt like they were trying to make without a shadow of a doubt that he won. So, you know, our President Trump wouldn't have an excuse.
So do you think they dragged it on longer than they needed to?
Oh, yeah, by far. Because you got to see some of the other states called it way before then. You know what I mean? If you know that a man is not going to catch up, okay? They knew that man wasn't catching up. The votes were like, I mean, the votes were just ridiculous. They were like 22,000. He was 22,000 votes ahead. 28,000
so
votes
now
ahead.
I'm gonna give you like the spotlight, like a shining moment, a bit like Joe Biden, and I'm gonna give you what is your final parting speech for this section of the show about the election.
So glad it's over. That's my parting speech.
Thank
you, America. Thank you, my state, for ending the charades of polls and woulda, shoulda, couldas and false accusations and this and that. It's over. We got a new president. Shop closed.
Amazing. That was an amazing speech. Thank you, Rich. Thank you. I mean, I'd vote for you if you was going to be president. You know, based on that speech alone, I would give it you.
Yeah, well, thank you.
That's okay.
Then guess what? You'll be my first English vice president running mate.
Can they do that? Like, oh my God, we're trying to get off the subject of politics. We've just opened up a big can of worms. If you was the president, could you choose who you wanted your vice president to be? Could they be out in a different country?
No, they have to be. They have to be United States natives. They got to be born and raised here.
But you could just call me up, right, and just be like, "Listen, this is what's going on. Can you give me your opinion, your advice?"
Well, I would do that on the norm. I'll just grab that red phone so don't nobody tap it.
In the Oval. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, check this out. We got an issue with your prime minister.
Oh God. Hey, yeah, but if I was the prime minister here, that would be dope. We would be on point. I'd be calling you from number 10 Downing Street and you'd be in the Oval and we'd be like, yo, let's do our show while we're in our cribs. Jeez.
Yeah. We'll both be in our offices then.
Giving it the large one.
That would be awesome.
Okay, so I've got a bit of a confession.
Yes.
I watched the film already.
You watched
the one that you gave me on Friday, yeah.
Okay, and what was that film called?
40-year-old version, not virgin.
Okay. What did you think?
I didn't realise it was black and white.
Well, I didn't tell you that. That's why.
No, I know. Well,
Be honest. I need you to be honest.
I always will be honest. Fuck it. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5. Okay. I liked the idea of the storyline. I feel it dragged on more than it needed to, and I actually fell asleep. I actually fell asleep in the middle.
Okay.
But I did like it. But I can't give it higher than a 2 because I fell out asleep, and it could have been a lot better than it was.
Yeah.
I like the concept.
Okay. Guess what? That's your opinion. First, I liked it because the woman wrote, directed, and performed in it.
Okay, but you're not judging. You're supposed to judge the film. You're not supposed to judge.
No. I'm just saying that's the reason why I actually picked it because it was refreshing. I thought the movie was refreshing and it was different.
I totally agree it was different, and I did say I liked the idea, the concept, the storyline. I just felt it was a bit draggy.
Say that again. It was a bit what?
Draggy.
Draggy?
Draggy.
Okay. Well, guess what?
But you're going to have to give me, and this is the only thing, you're going to have to give me another one to watch by Friday.
Okay. Oh,
So,
I got plenty for you. I got plenty.
Okay, well, we know, because it's taken me an effing age to find
Since
one.
we are talking about shows, okay, since we are talking about shows, I don't really have a confession. You know this. I've been watching one of her television series.
And I only watch good shit.
And I'm going to tell you right now, actually, I think it was made from a movie. I'm not quite certain if that's true or not, but
you just don't give out fake news. We ain't Trump here.
No.
Only facts.
I seen the movie on there. I'm gonna watch the movie too because I actually think it's a spin-off from the actual movie.
If you haven't seen the movie and that is true, then we both need to watch it together because I wouldn't have seen it either.
But I'm going to tell you, the series that she got me on is really, really good. It's called Riviera. It stars Julia Stiles, and I haven't seen Julia Stiles since
Save the Last Dance.
Nah, she was in that what was that spy show? That spy movie had like a dozen of them with I can't even think of the name now. But yeah, you can say Save the Last Dance, Q.
Okay, and I've just got to reiterate to people that it has been out a few years.
Yeah,
He
2017
wasn't interested.
and 2019. 2017 was the first season. 2019 was the second season.
And it's just season 3 is just out now. I've put season 3 on hold until he catches up.
I'm on season 2 right now, and I'm telling you right now, it is great. It's called The Riviera, and I tell you right now, she said it right. The woman married a guy who was mint.
Minted. He was minted, not mint.
Minted? He was minted, which in my world, the dude was loaded. He's paid.
We're talking boats, mansions.
Yeah.
The whole shebang.
The man got it going on.
Okay, so in England, you can watch it on Sky Atlantic. Where can people watch it in the States?
Ooh, they would probably have to either try to find it on Hulu, Amazon Prime if you can get it, or IDB, which is an independent film show. Hulu? Oh my God, y'all don't have Hulu in England?
Sounds
Hulu
like a kid's
is a
game.
streaming service that just, they make their own movies like Netflix and Amazon, but they specialize in television shows. Like, say, if you were watching Riviera and you missed it, you can go on Hulu and catch up.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that it's on those.
Okay, so you've been watching that because I hadn't given you a film to watch. That was my task from today.
Right.
I have been... Now, we have had one suggestion, but I'm keeping that literally to the side until there is every other option drained. Like, that's my backup plan. Somebody messaged in with it. So thanks for that. But I thought, let me go down the chick flick route because you're bound to not have seen many of those. How wrong was I?
I watch them all now, but we can go through it. Go for it.
Well, I've got a little list. I know you've seen some already. So, What Women Want.
Seen it.
Both of them?
Yes.
Fatal Affair?
Yes. That was actually the newest one on Netflix. Yes.
That's right. Very predictable, but still okay. 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yes.
The fact that you know all these films is one of them. Closer.
Closer. Yes.
The Ugly Truth.
Yes.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Yes.
While You Were Sleeping.
Yes.
Old school now. Cruel Intentions.
Yes.
True Romance with Christian Slater.
Yes, I seen that in movie theaters. Go ahead.
About a boy?
Yes, that's a classic. I own it on DVD.
Okay, this is one of my faves, and it is a little bit old, but if you have seen it, I'm literally going to eat this pen. Jack and Sarah with Richard E. Grant. His wife. Oh God, I can't even say too much.
No, I have not seen it.
He dresses his baby up puts her in an envelope and puts a sock on her head.
No, I have not seen a baby with a sock on his head inside an envelope. So
Jack
is this the
and
movie that
Sarah.
you're giving me?
I haven't got anything else to give you.
Okay, Jack, hold on, let me write this down. Jack
And Sarah.
and Sarah.
Now, can I just tell you, I went to a Christmas fair. I go to a Christmas fair. It's not going to be on this year because of COVID, but every year with my mum, right, in London, at Olympic Arena. And it's called the Spirit of Christmas. We go every year. We've been for about the last 7 years. In the last 2 years, Richard E. Grant has been there with an aftershave stand, right? He's obviously running out of money because he ain't done a film recently. But anyway,
Aftershave stand.
yeah, he's made
Like
an
fruit.
aftershave, you know. I don't know what it smells like, but the first year I was like, oh my God, a famous person, let's have a selfie. Last year, he was the only person on his stand and he totally blanked us, wouldn't speak to us one iota, would not say a word. To the point where I said to my mum, maybe he can't hear us. Because I thought, who gives a shit who cares if he thinks we're rude? He was so rude, he just wouldn't speak to us whatsoever.
Wow.
So yeah, if I had another choice, I wouldn't give you his movie just out of protest, but I don't because you have seen everything from kids' films to horror to bloody chick flicks to.
I'm gonna tell you, I watched some horror, like classic horror movies like Jason and Freddy and this, but I don't do a lot of supernatural like Conjurer with a bunch of kids in it. And I've already watched the original It. I have no desire to watch.
No, I'm not into jumpy, scary films whatsoever.
When they got kids, and I'm telling you, I turn into a big mess when they got kids running around here, ghosts.
Okay, I think about.
And dolls and stuff.
Oh yeah, about 10 years ago, The Exorcist. They showed the original Exorcist at the cinemas here again, right? Everybody was going on about it. Oh my God, people were fainting in theaters. It's so scary. You won't believe it, blah, blah. I was like, man, we got to go and see this. Everyone in the cinema was just laughing. Like, it was laughable. So when we came out, I called my dad and I said, I thought you said it was so scary. People was fainting. Oh, darling, you got to remember that was like 30 years ago when that come out. So people would have found it scary. It was hilarious. The girl was in the bed. I can't even say what she was saying because it was so rude.
Oh,
doing the whole scary,
with the cross,
with
the whole cross and stuff.
Yeah, and saying rude things.
Bang
The
me,
whole
bang me,
theater
bang
was
me,
just
yeah.
laughing.
Well, you gotta look at it like this. It's an original movie, and now with all the up to date graphics and stuff, back then it was terrifying. I remember watching it for the very first time. My dad asked me, "Are you think you can handle it?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can handle it."
Jeez, how old were you?
saying,
Never mind how old are you. How old were you?
I don't know, man. I was like maybe 10 or 11. I think. Yeah, maybe 10. And I was scared to death. Like, I don't even think I got through it.
Hell,
and then as an adult, I
was scared of Michael Jackson's Thriller when I was 10 and 11.
Scared? I was scared of Michael Jackson's Thriller. Shit, he turned around, almost lost my mind. I was like, who gonna turn off that hallway light? Who gonna turn off the hallway light? Oh, paper, rock, scissors, because I ain't turning that hallway light off. And then, you remember when you used to run, you used to time it. You used to click the bedroom light out and dive in the bed.
That always used to be when you were going up the stairs, though. You'd turn the light off and then run as fast as you can, thinking that somebody. I ain't gonna lie, I still think like that. Shit, is someone in my house? Quick, run! Oh,
yeah, no. I do that sometimes too. You know how like you be watching something like a whodunit or something like this, a real hard thriller, and it's stuck in your head. Then you start looking up the steps, like, did I leave that light on?
Oh hell no! I'm not watching none of those. You must be joking. Okay, so Jack and Sarah is your recommendation to watch before Friday. Can you give me another one? Because I've watched mine already.
Ooh.
I've got the trusty pen ready.
Well, let me
You know,
see.
you've got a whole bloody library full of films. I won't watch hardly any of them. Probably.
I sure do, but I like to give you stuff that's like new.
Okay.
Hold on, let me pull up my arsenal right quick.
It's all right. Just talk amongst yourself, people, while we're waiting for him.
Oh,
it's my fault.
Yeah.
I watched it because I didn't have anything else to watch last night, so
It
I was
ain't
like,
gonna take long.
I'm gonna be a rebel and watch it early.
It ain't gonna take long.
We're just gonna sit here and look at your handsome face and admire you while you're flicking through your phone.
Stop it right now. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
I can hear those ladies at home. They're like, we see him.
Uh-huh. Girl, let me try. Don't be trying. Wait a minute. Did you watch the movie I got you to watch called The Devil All the Time?
The Devil All the Time?
Yeah.
Is it scary?
Nope.
Are you sure? With a name like The Devil All the Time?
Yep. Matter of fact, it's on Netflix.
Okay.
It's a really good movie.
The Devil All the Time. Okay, that's the one. And if it is scary, I swear to God, me and you are going to fall out.
It's not scary, I'm telling you.
The Devil All the Time. Netflix. I'm on it before Friday.
Yep, The Devil All the Time.
Has it got anybody famous in it?
It's got my man who played Spider-Man, the young boy that played Spider-Man.
No.
It's got what's the dude that played in Twilight?
Which one? The werewolf or the other guy?
The vampire guy.
I know who you mean. I can't think of his name. I wasn't a Twilight fan. I don't do all that werewolf stuff.
Well, I remember I went to go see Twilight with my nieces, and guess what? Some little girl shushed me in the movie theater. I was no good.
Wow.
She shushed me. I was over here like, yo, y'all gonna enjoy the movie? The little girl said, shush. She watching the movie. I was like, where your parents at? You talking to me like that? I'm grown.
And I bet you're one of those noisy popcorn rustlers when you're in
No, I am not. First of all, I don't eat popcorn in the movie theater. The only candy I do eat, which is very rare that I eat candy, but if I were to, it'd be Goobers, which is like chocolate covered peanuts.
Goobers?
And then my drink of choice would be a Slurpee.
Whoa there. Let me get this right. When you go to the cinema, you have a Goobers and a Slurpee.
Yes.
Jesus, Jesus.
Or I don't have nothing at all, because 95% of the time I will treat myself to dinner and then go to the movie. So I can sit in the movie theater with no interruptions. I like to sit in the movie with no interruptions, and I got to be in the middle of the middle.
Yes, you have to be in the middle. You have to. Always.
I have to be in the middle of the middle, yeah.
Yeah, right. So it's right there, dead in front of you. You don't have to look either way.
Yeah.
But if I go to the cinema, I have to have ice cream, like 2 scoops of, I don't know, it's normally Baskin Robbins. So I have 2 scoops of ice cream, and then I have a Tango Ice Blast, which I suppose is like your Slurpee thing. It's like frozen, like slush. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a Slurpee all day.
Slurpee. Okay, so you've got your film, Jack and Sarah. I've got mine about the devil
all the time.
Wish me luck, kids. Wish me luck. If anyone the same, if anyone wants to watch it with us, Jack and Sarah, The Devil in Time.
Now let me ask you a question. This Jack and Sarah, is this a chick flick? Tell the truth. Tell the truth. You got me watching a chick flick.
It's a chick flick. It's
Okay, that's all I know. You gotta explain it.
It's easy watching.
I'm preparing myself.
Listen, if you've watched some scary films, the least you can do is watch a chick flick. It's easy watching.
I can watch a chick flick. I can watch where I just want to prepare myself for, the emotional roller coaster that I'm about to.
Well, it's okay. Unlike you, I've got 5 days to find another one for Friday, so
Yeah, but I think that Devil All the Time is really good, though.
Okay. Well, I'll let you know on Friday.
You sure
But yeah,
will.
if anybody has got any suggestions for films for either of us, especially me, for him, please.
I'm going to be kind of hard pressed to impress me into a movie that I haven't already seen. But anyway, if you're up for that challenge, go right ahead. Because guess what?
I'm finding it hard, but like I said, I ain't a quitter, and I ain't going down.
I'm gonna tell you though, Riviera was very refreshing.
Good.
I'm gonna true fan now. I'm a true fan
It's
of
just
the
that
real.
it's a TV show, not a film. This is the only thing.
Yeah,
Because
that's the
let's be
only
honest, I
thing,
have
but
given
I'm
you another TV show, Bulletproof.
buddy cop show.
Oh, but them cops,
Buddy
what can I say?
cop show.
Officer, I have been naughty, get them cuffs out. That's what I'm saying.
Oh God. Virgin ears. Virgin ears,
Virgin ears.
people. Virgin ears.
There ain't nothing virgin about you. We can tell that by the waves in your
All
hair.
right, check this out. Now, I was on YouTube not so long ago, and I was, interested in, your England culture. And you know what I've learned? I've learned a lot of different terminologies, but I'm a big foodie. And I'm telling you,
Foodie's life.
when I make it, it's not an if, it's when I make it to England, I'm going to tell you the first meal I'm getting. And ladies and gentlemen, it's called a fry-up. Explain to them what a fry-up is. Explain what a fry-up is.
Out of everything, you want to eat a fry-up?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, a fry-up is basically, it's a breakfast, really. I mean, you can have it any time of day, but people normally eat it in the morning. And it consists of sausage, bacon, eggs, baked beans, mushrooms. You can have potato hash browns if you want, toast, sometimes black pudding. Some people sometimes have chips, i.e. what you would call French fries, but that's way too much. Or a tomato. Yeah, it's just, as it says on the tin, a fry-up, a fried breakfast.
And I'm gonna tell you what that's an equivalent of. Which there's nothing like home cooked breakfast. But when I was watching this show on YouTube about like the things to eat in England, you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of our Grand Slam.
Grand Slam?
I know people are gonna laugh.
That's a tennis tournament, Grand Slam.
Yeah. But we got this restaurant. We got this chain restaurant. Not too many people go to it. But they have the Grand Slam, which is like two of everything. Pancakes, eggs, bacon, sausage, home fries, the whole ball of wax. Delicious. Or that's called Denny's. That's the restaurant. And when you come here, that's not an if, it's a when.
Yeah.
There's two places that I'm going to take you. And if people are disagreeing with me, by far, it's okay. It's
just your opinion.
My opinion. Crackle Barrel, to me, has the best breakfast in the world. Yeah. Crackle Barrel. Yeah, it's hard to explain, but their food, it's like a southern thing, and their breakfast is off the chain. And then you got Denny's, which, when I was a teenager, we went there, and they got like weird breakfast sandwich names and stuff, and it's pretty good.
Okay, so let's give a rundown from both sides. So here, for breakfast, people, if they didn't have a fry-up, would have cereal, croissants or crumpets. Ooh, crumpets! I had them this morning.
Tell them. All right, hold up a minute. Let's pause right there. You said crumpet, right?
Correct. You sent me crimpets, which is a cake.
I sent you crimpets, which is a cake.
And they were extremely nice, very sweet, but extremely nice.
Okay, but a crumpet, I'm gonna tell you what they say in America is an equivalent to a crumpet, and you say that it's not. But here in the States, they said that an English muffin is an equivalent.
It's nothing. I swear to God, it's nothing like it. And do you know what? I wish I could send you some, and I'm so gonna try. Like a muffin.
Tell them how you eat it with a knob of butter.
Yeah, you put a knob of butter on. But an English muffin, you cut in half, put under the grill or whatever if you want it toasted. Put your shiznit in the middle. Eat it like a sandwich. A crumpet. It's not even the same texture. Like you said when I described it, what the ingredients were, you said it's like bread. It's nothing like bread. And to be honest, it sounds awful. And I wish I hadn't have eaten them this morning so I could show you one. It's like a round circle with holes in the top. And it actually feels really rubbery. But when you put it in the toaster, it doesn't. Just don't let them go cold and try and eat them because then they're not nice. But yeah, I just can't explain it. But yeah, anyway, crumpets. So we got a fry up, cereal, croissants, which is a bit continental, crumpets, and just toast. That's the only other
What
thing
is
really.
the other one? Tea and cream? Cream and tea?
Oh, you mean cream tea? You have that in the
Cream
afternoon.
tea.
We're gonna do it in order of the day, right? So we're on breakfast so far. In America, what would you have for breakfast? Because we think you just eat nothing but pancakes and waffles.
No. We have an array of stuff. If you're trying to go the healthy route, you got oatmeal, which you guys call porridge.
Yeah.
We have eggs and bacon. You have your choice of pancakes or French toast, hash browns, which is just shredded up potatoes, or you can have home fries, which is just a different sliced up potatoes, and cereal,
So not
box
fries
cereal,
at all then.
fruit. We do the same thing you guys do.
But you don't have like one staple one like our fry up, say.
No, we don't have a staple. It's just, it is what it is.
Okay.
Pancakes is, if you want to call it a staple, and you think that's what we all we eat is pancakes, primarily could be right,
Well,
but
that's what they eat in the movies.
yeah, in the movies, and yeah, that's why we're here from across the pond here to tell you we don't always eat pancakes.
Okay. Well, I can't wait to get to dinner because over here in the movies you just eat pizza and burger, but we'll hold there. So
yeah, we will hold that too.
in the States, do you have brunch?
Yes, breakfast and lunch. Yes.
Yeah, so there's breakfast, brunch, lunch. So brunch is in the middle. So like here for brunch, you would probably have something like eggs on toast or avocado and eggs on toast or a toasted sandwich, something light.
Well, see here, if you were going to do brunch, a lot of brunch places do a lot of eggs Benedict.
That's with that funny sauce, right?
Yeah, with the holiday sauce. Yeah, so you get like from different restaurants, you get different types of eggs Benedict, which is pretty considered like what you would get for brunch. And it's kind of like, I had, not too long ago, I had a braised beef eggs Benedict.
Beef. Whoa,
Yeah,
yeah,
which is
braised
like a
beef
slow.
eggs Benedict.
Oh my God, it was delicious. If you like steak, you would love braised beef.
Was the egg on top of the steak?
Yeah.
God, this is probably not a great subject for us to talk about because I love food and my mouth's watering.
Yeah, and it was great. And then you might want to get a drink, which would probably be a mimosa, which is like orange juice and champagne, or you would get like a Bloody Mary. Do you know what a Bloody Mary is?
Orange juice and champagne is called Bucks Fizz.
No, it's called mimosas here.
No, Bucks Fizz, and the only place to buy it in England is Marks and Spencer's, $3.99 a bottle. That is the one. That is the one.
You don't get it in a bottle. It's made for you. Like they pour the champagne and pour the orange juice in it, and that's your mimosa.
Oh well, here you can buy it ready made up, and it is delicious. Marks and Sparks, $3.99. Bucks Fizz.
That sounds quite delicious. But yeah,
Christmas morning, that is the only drink to have. Christmas morning when you get out of bed, pop that cork and get that Bucks Fizz flowing.
Yeah, or you can get a Bloody Mary.
That's tomato juice, though, right?
Yeah.
Oof.
With celery, a little bit of gin. I like Bloody Marys, but I'm not a big fan of them. I'll drink a mimosa before I do a Bloody Mary.
So literally,
and then you can get like steak and eggs and stuff like that when we do brunches.
See, to me, steak is like a big staple dinner. I wouldn't have that for brunch. It would either be lunch or dinner. It wouldn't be like a light. Brunch is supposed to be something light in between.
Well, see, a brunch here is like breakfast and lunch. So, like, if it's too late to have breakfast, but it's just enough time to have lunch, you put those together, and then you don't even have lunch. You just wait until dinner time.
Okay, before we move on to lunch, I just got to go back to this steak and eggs you had, right? So, did you have the funny sauce with it?
Yeah.
So what?
Sometimes I'm gonna tell you, I'm not a big fan of holiday sauce. So sometimes I get it on the side. But with the braised beef and the egg, it kind of set it all off. You can't.
So was it on bread?
It was on an English muffin.
Oh my god! So did they put the steak first, then the egg?
Yes, and then they put a little bit of that
It
sauce
sounds
on
so
it.
nice. Why did we choose to talk about food?
Ooh-wee.
Okay, lunch. So lunch
Mhm.
is a bit boring, really. Like normally you'd have like a sandwich.
Well, see, here, it depends. If you're out and about, lunch is to me is something quick. So like if you're out and about, a burger is the quickest thing you can eat.
A burger's too big for lunch. Don't you have a sandwich?
A burger is a sandwich.
No, a burger's a burger.
A burger is considered a sandwich.
No, a sandwich is when you have 2 pieces of bread.
Okay, what's on top of it? What's in between a burger?
A roll. A roll.
A roll?
Yes.
In a roll, and
A
if you
burger
put those
bun,
two together,
a roll.
if you put the burger and the bun together, you put it together. What did you just make?
A hamburger.
No, the hamburger is what the meat is called. But when you put the meat between 2 pieces of bread, lettuce and tomato, ketchup, mayonnaise, mustard, whatever
You
you
made
like.
a burger sandwich, but that's because it's 2 pieces of bread.
Wait. You said what?
You make a burger sandwich, but that's because there's 2
Sandwich.
pieces of bread.
There you go.
But that's because it's bread. A hamburger ain't got bread. A hamburger's got a roll, or a burger bun, or a bap, or a balm, or a whatever you call it.
Here, a sandwich is a sandwich. You know what I would love? Tell them what you call a chicken sandwich.
A chicken burger.
A chicken burger?
Yeah.
What is a chicken burger?
It's a burger bun, like a roll, just like a hamburger, but it's got chicken in the middle, not a beef.
We call them chicken sandwiches.
No. A sandwich, though, when you go to the shop.
Bread, look, 2 pieces of bread, whether it's a bun or 2 slices of bread. Okay.
But then surely that means that you'd call a hot dog.
If you gotta hold it like this to eat it, it's a sandwich.
But then surely you'd call a hot dog a sandwich then, because that's a bread, but it's just a long bun.
No, we don't even call it a sandwich. We just call it a hot dog.
But that's what I mean.
Hot dog roll.
That's what you don't call it a burger sandwich. You call it a hamburger.
No, we put it in that category of a sandwich.
Nah, sandwich
A
ain't a
burger
sandwich.
is a burger. A hot dog is a hot dog.
A burger is a burger. A sandwich is a sandwich. What
Tomato.
Potato.
And you know what? These restaurants, you know what's going to happen? The next time I go out to a restaurant, they always have their menus categorized. And we're going to break it down. We're going to see if what you're talking about is true, because they have sandwiches. And you know what? They have sandwiches. And we're going to see if burgers fall in that category as sandwiches.
Okay, and I would say I'll do the same, but we're on lockdown, so you're going to have to wait a couple of weeks unless I go online and screenshot something.
Yeah. That's my research. That's my research. Now, lunch here, like I said, is something quick. So we would go like hit a fast food restaurant, get some tacos. We got Taco Bell here. Do y'all have Taco Bell?
Nah.
Y'all don't have Taco Bell?
No, but tacos are like a dinner, like a big dinner to me. They're not like a quick.
Not if you're getting them quick. Couple tacos, or like, or you can make like at home. Like if you at home, a lunch meat sandwich to me is lunch. Lunch
meat sandwich, is that with 2 pieces of bread as a sandwich?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the actual sandwich. Okay, I'm glad we agree on.
We agree on that much right there.
Yes.
But so what do y'all call lunch then? Because I said fast food, like burgers and fries, or like a sandwich and some chips. Is considered lunch.
Okay, what are you calling sandwich and chips? Oh, French fried chips or crisps?
No, crisp. I forgot. Chips for you guys. Crisp is what they call chips, fellas and ladies and gentlemen. They call chips crisp. So
yeah, chips is what you would eat with your burger, like the potato sticks.
French fries, they call chips.
French fries are the skinny ones. Chips are the fat ones.
The fat ones we call steak fries.
Yeah, but even fatter ones are steak fries. You still call them chips.
Okay.
Oh my god, this could get.
We still call them fries. Anyway,
Okay.
and then you have, and then like if you're at home and you're making like a lunch meat sandwich, it's kind of just got like some bologna and cheese and crisp and a glass of juice. Bam, that's lunch.
Done and good. Well, we would just have a sandwich here, or
A salad. You
or
can
soup.
consider salad a lunch.
Sometimes people have soup. I'm not really a big soup fan. It's like a
I like
drink in a
lobster
bowl.
bisque. I like lobster bisque. That's
Lobster
super good
bisque.
thing.
What's that?
Yeah. It's kind of like lobster meat in like a creamy, soupy sauce.
Oh, I couldn't think of anything worse.
Delicious. Or if you really want to go old school, tomato soup and grilled cheese.
Oh.
That's a perfect lunch for me. Or dinner.
No, I'm not a soup fan, and especially not tomato. That's my worst flavor.
I love
soup
soup.
is like
You
a
can't have
drink.
tomato soup without grilled cheese, though. That's how I look at that.
A soup is a drink in a bowl. It's not a meal.
Yeah, I can drink some tomato soup, but I'm dipping my grilled cheese sandwich in it. And when I was a kid, my mom used to crush up crackers in my soup.
Like croutons?
Croutons go on a salad.
You can have them in soup.
Stale bread in soup. No. Now I'm gonna take some saltine crackers, crush them bad boys up in there. But then you know what? The reason why I didn't like that, because she would put too much crackers in it. And I was a kid, so I couldn't like not say I didn't want it. And you
get a clip around the ear roll.
And you had to eat it. So now it's just plain old tomato soup. And boy, you gotta have grilled cheese with it.
Okay, can we just go slightly off topic but still on the same one? Was your mum like mine? Like my mum, we weren't allowed to leave the table until we'd eaten what she gave us. So you could literally be there for hours. One time on Christmas Day, I was there for 4 hours because I didn't want to eat Brussels sprouts because I don't like them. But
I'm gonna tell you, I remember my dad used to work second shift and for the bus station as a dispatcher, and my stepmom hated it because we would wait. I mean, like we would literally wait and wait and wait. She was like, I don't care what your dad says. You're going to eat that food. And me and my brother be looking at each other like, okay, you're about to find out. And my dad would come home and he'd be like, hey, boys. And we'd be like, hey, dad. And he'll go, unwind, drop his keys and stuff. And he'll come in the kitchen like, why y'all still up? We'd be like, oh, we don't want this. We don't like it. He'd just be like, oh, man, go to bed, man. Y'all got school in the morning. We'd be like, yeah. You can hear him. We used to hear him down there arguing. Why you just let them? He is like, look, they got to go to school in the morning. They be all right.
Well, once my mum made cauliflower cheese, which I can't stand. I don't like cauliflower. And she basically, I sat there for hours crying because I didn't want to eat it. And she said, that's okay, fine. You can leave, it's fine, but you're not getting anything else to eat. I was like, okay, yes. Skipped off. All right, I was hungry, but I went to bed. Next morning, I got up. Oh, can I make some breakfast? You can sit down because you're going to eat that dinner that you didn't eat last night. So she gave me the cauliflower cheese back. Again, I cried. I don't like it. I don't want it. She said, that's fine. If you don't eat it, don't ask me for anything else to eat for the rest of the day.
Ooh. Yeah,
My
stepmom was famous for that, but never really worked.
But looking back, obviously my mom was a single parent.
You know how you used to get a napkin with your meal?
No, we didn't get napkins.
Roll them up in a napkin, just like,
We didn't get napkins. But looking back now, my mom was a single parent, so I suppose in her mind, she's like, we can't really afford to waste money or food, so you're going to eat it. Okay, let's go to dinner then, because like I said, over here, it's portrayed that American people eat pizza and burgers.
No.
What would be a famous American dish for dinner?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you one that I think most households have done, and that's meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and string beans.
That's boring.
With some applesauce.
That's like your go-to. That's a bit boring.
It's boring. But it's not pizza. Or spaghetti with garlic bread.
Just spaghetti, just pasta.
No, it's spaghetti, and it comes with sauce.
That's spaghetti bolognese.
Sauce. See, I knew we were going to go through this. Spaghetti bolognese is nothing but spaghetti with spaghetti sauce. The whole thing together is spaghetti with garlic bread.
No, the pasta sticks that you cook and then they put, but that's spaghetti. That ends there. That's spaghetti. Look on the packet; it will say spaghetti. Then you get your mincemeat, put all your sauce in, your bolognese sauce, and then that makes spaghetti bolognese.
The next time I go to the grocery store, I'm going to screenshot some pictures because guess what? Yes, you have the noodles, which are considered spaghetti noodles.
They're not noodles. Noodles are what you get in the Chinese. It's spaghetti pasta.
Well, spaghetti pasta.
Pasta?
And guess what? Right on that same shelf, you go down a ways, and guess what's called? Spaghetti sauce. That goes on top of your spaghetti.
So you don't have anything that says bolognese sauce?
No. And if someone is watching, if you guys are watching this and y'all here in the States and y'all see some bolognese sauce, be sure to screenshot it and put it underneath the comments because I know as long as
don't you have Italian restaurants there?
Yeah, we got Italian restaurants.
And they don't have spaghetti bolognese on the menu?
It says spaghetti with meat sauce.
Oh my God.
Or without meat sauce.
What, you just have a bowl of plain spaghetti?
No, when you ask for spaghetti, they give it to you, and then you can ask for regular spaghetti sauce or spaghetti sauce with meat.
No. This is where I'm going to get in trouble, you see. I've been to America twice, but if I visit there again, I'm like, can I have some spaghetti bolognese? They'll be like, what's that?
Exactly. They're going to be like, bolognese? So you want
And you're going to be shocked when you go to a restaurant, you say, can I have a bowl of spaghetti? And they come out and give you literally a bowl of pasta.
I'm going to tell you right now, I don't eat spaghetti outside my home. I make spaghetti at home.
Why don't you eat spaghetti outside? Dinner.
In my house, that's considered dinner. If you make spaghetti, I'm not eating nobody else's spaghetti but my own.
Why?
Because it ain't seasoned right. I don't think I've ever eaten spaghetti outside my home.
How bizarre.
Yeah, now, if I were to go to a restaurant, I'm going to get stuff that maybe a steak or some seafood or something I don't normally would make at home. But at home, yeah, I ain't
Would you eat something like lasagna out then? Because that's pasta.
Yeah, I think I would try it. But I'm serious. If you can make it at home, it's hard. A lot of these restaurants now, a lot of these foods now you can make at home. But what I'm saying is, it's customary for me, how I grew up, is you make spaghetti at the crib.
So when you go out to eat, are you going to choose something that you don't necessarily have at home? Is that the whole point in going out?
Yeah, pretty much. It's hard for me to I normally try to do something new and different. If it's something on the menu and I can afford it, then I would try to go for it. But if it's something like too wild, I'm not going to get it. But 95% of the time when you're going out to a restaurant, you want to try to get something you don't normally fix at home.
Okay, so are there dinners there that you generally have on specific days? For example, in England, on a Sunday, you would have a Sunday roast dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
what do you mean by Sunday roast? Like in the oven or crock pot?
What's a crack pot?
You don't know what a crock pot is?
A crack pot is somebody on drugs.
That's a crackhead. That's a crackhead. Woman, we talking about a crock, not crack.
Crock pot. I still don't know what that is, but anyway, what's a crock pot? Like a hot pot dish?
It's like a slow cooker.
Oh, you plug it into the mains.
Yeah. Okay. And then what happens is you would stick your pot roast, and you would stick it in that, and you would cook it slow, and it cooked throughout the day.
Okay, yeah, Sunday roast is nothing like that. Basically, you choose your meat, either beef, lamb, chicken, pork. That goes in the oven to roast. Then you have it with roast potatoes, veg, you know, carrots, peas, broccoli, cabbage, whatever veg you have, beans, and you have gravy on it, like meat gravy. And if you have beef, normally you have Yorkshire puddings, but 9 times out of 10 people have Yorkshire puddings not just with beef, but it used to be just with beef. And then each one has a certain sauce. Like obviously, turkey is on Christmas Day. That's your roast dinner. You have with turkey. You have cranberry sauce with turkey. Lamb, you have mint sauce. Pork, you have applesauce.
Now, let me
Chicken and
ask you a
beef, you just
question.
have gravy.
You
Yeah.
said mint sauce. What is that?
Mint. You know the herb.
The herb
mint.
mint?
Yeah.
You talking about the green leaf? They make a sauce, and
Yes,
where
love.
does that go on?
The meat
What's
on
that
the
called?
lamb. When you have lamb, you have mint sauce.
Oh,
I personally am not a fan. What's the other one they have? Tartar sauce. What meat do you have that with?
fish.
Oh no. Might
Tartar sauce goes good with a nice fish sandwich
No, don't like tartar
or
sauce.
some fish sticks. Do y'all have fish sticks there?
Crab sticks?
Fish sticks.
We have crab sticks. That's crab's a fish.
Yeah. It's part of the seafood family. I'm with you.
It swims in the sea, don't it?
I'll try a crab stick.
Okay, so we have things here called. Now we're on the sub. Come back to the Sunday dinner in a minute. But you on about crab sticks? We have cockles and mussels. Do you have cockles there?
What's a cockle?
Like a real tiny little thing. They do it. They sell them in jars. Like it's a little tiny thing that comes out the sea, out of the little shell. Cockle.
No, never heard of it. Now we have oysters and clams here.
Do you have jellied eels?
No, that don't even sound right. Not
No.
eating octopus
No.
and part of squid.
No.
And
Oh, they
then
have squid rings. Isn't that
sushi.
calamari?
And then sushi. Yeah, calamari. Yeah, fried octopus. Yeah. And then when, because you don't do seafood, am I correct?
I don't do any seafood. No, thank
So
you,
sushi,
sir.
I've had eel
Ugh,
in sushi.
gross. Okay, so back to the dinners. Is there and I can't stand fish. Get off the subject. Is there a dish that you would have on a certain day or no? Like our Sunday roast dinner.
Now, on Sunday, like my father, when I was living with him, he would make a big Sunday meal. And Sunday meals could have like pork chops, macaroni and cheese,
Love
some
mac and
type of
cheese.
green vegetable, maybe succotash. Succotash is like a mix of like carrots, corn, and peas.
What did you say? Succotash.
Yeah.
Like that cartoon character says sucker in succotash.
Yeah.
You
And
actually
it's
eat
kind
it.
of just like, it's just a mixture. It's just a melody. It's just a bunch of different vegetables together.
What do we call that? We call that oh Lord have mercy. But when I think about it, I'll tell you. We have
Yeah, so
different
like
names.
Sunday dinners was like big
Mm.
at our house because it was football. And then my dad always made fried chicken. That was like a staple in the house on Sundays. That fried chicken.
See, we have fish Fridays here. That I don't know why. Like roasting on a Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
People seem to eat fish on a Friday here. Even in the schools, when you have school dinners, it will always be fish Friday. I don't know why.
Oh, that's weird.
Very weird.
But then we also had like I'm just saying, just common family like dinner stuff. We had spaghetti and bolognese, meatloaf, pork chops, lasagna, chicken pot pie.
Chicken what?
Chicken pot pie.
Pot pie.
Yeah, pot pie.
So
Yeah.
how would it be a pie? A pie has got a crust on the top and on the bottom, right?
Yeah. See, what happens is you would have a crust on the bottom, right? Almost like a pie. And then you put chicken, vegetables, potatoes, kind of a gravy, and then you put it in that pie crust, and then you put crust over top of it, and you bake it.
So it's just a pie. Why is it called a pot pie then?
Because it's a chicken pot pie. Because it's in a pocket. I don't know. I guess that's what they call it. But I grew up eating those. Those is delicious. And if you make them from scratch, then you got my vote. Because here you can buy them individually in the grocery store, and they come about this big. And you can either stick them in the oven, put them on a cookie sheet, because poke a couple holes in them. Them bad boys used to be on point, hardy than a mug.
We have pies here that come in little silver foil dishes if they're individual.
Yeah, like ours. Yeah, that's how we
there's
got ours.
The one in the fish and chip shops is called pucker pies.
All right, now check this out. I got a question for you. What is minced meat pie?
Minced meat pie? It's just ground up, what you'd call ground beef.
You sure about that?
Yeah, minced meat pie. You can have a mince pie. That's
now,
got no meat.
What's a mince pie?
That comes out at Christmas. It's like a tiny little pie, like a little tiny version, sweet pastry, and then inside it's got like, in fact, I don't even know why they call it mince, but it's made up of like currants, sultanas, raisins in this like not even jelly, I can't even explain it, like a conserve all mixed together. It don't taste very nice, I ain't gonna lie, I don't like them.
Very nice.
So yeah, when you say you've got minced meat, which is ground up beef, and then you've got mince, which is sweet filling for a cake.
Interesting. Chips are considered fries.
Chips are chips.
Yeah, crisps are considered chips.
Crisps are crisps.
No, I'm talking about for us. I'm making it clear for everyone in the States here that our chips are considered crisp in England. Your chips is our fries. Right?
Yeah.
And then you got mint pies that's got a bunch of nuts and raisins and dates.
Hold on a minute though. So you don't have crisps, you wouldn't call anything crisps at all?
Now, you know what? We have a dessert called an apple crisp.
What's that like?
And it's just like it's like baked apples with kind of like mixed with like kind of like oatmeal. Ooh. And they kind of mix it together and then they bake it. And it's kind of like the oats kind of crisp, get kind of crisp because it got like brown sugar.
So the whole apple is cooked? You don't cut it up or slice it?
Or no. It's the apple is cooked up, diced up and whatever. And it's mixed in there with the oats and stuff with the brown sugar. And then they bake it. And then like the top part is kind of crispy because of the oats and the cinnamon and sugar, kind of sticky. Man,
okay, so if anywhere in America you went and you said, can I have some crisps, that's what they'd give you?
You would have to say the fruit.
Crisped up apple.
Yeah. Do y'all have apple crisp here?
Okay, so after breakfast, lunch, and dinner, do you have supper?
No, you have a midnight snack.
That's at midnight.
Or dessert.
Supper is like a few hours later. If you're still hungry, you might have like cheese and crackers or
That sounds like a snack to me.
That's like a meal, like.
Because you know why? When I was a kid, we called dinner supper. Like, you need to come for supper.
Okay, so it's not like that here. You have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or depending on what part of the country you come from, you have breakfast, lunch, and tea. People call that meal tea. I don't know why. To me, tea is a drink. But if you go up north, they'd say, "Oh, you're coming in for your tea," you know. But to me, it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then supper if you're still hungry after that.
Yeah. See, we have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now, when I was coming up, dinner was called supper, and now that I'm an adult, supper has now turned into dinner. So, like, when I was a kid, I'd be like, yo, I got to go in for supper. You know what I mean? Everybody knew, you was going in to get that last meal of the day.
Yeah.
But then you had, like, my grandma would call them midnight snack, even though it wasn't midnight. She called it a midnight snack or a night treat. You know what I mean? Before you go to bed. And yo, those was to me was the bomb growing up because like you knew right when it was time to go to bed. you got that midnight snack, and you got to watch like a movie. And then once that snack was gone, you try to baby it, like, because I know once
make
I'm
it
finished,
last as long as possible, right?
because you know once I finish with this joint and put it in the sink, time to go to bed. Because everybody good night. I was like, I just want to stay up. I just want to stay up. I just want to stay up. The movie was so good. Didn't know nothing about the movie. I just wanted to stay up.
Okay, so is cheese and crackers a thing for you there?
That's considered a snack, cheese and crackers.
Okay. But you do have it. Because I can't come to America if you don't have cheese and crackers.
Cheese, crackers, or you can have a, like say if you go out, like say happy hour. Do you have a happy hour there?
At the bars?
Yeah.
Pubs? Yeah. When the beer's cheap.
Now if you go to a fancy place, which you guys would call posh, am I correct?
Correct.
A fancy place would be considered posh, right?
Yeah.
So if you would go to somewhere fancy and you do a happy hour, they give you meat and cheese and fruit as like a snack while you're drinking.
Really? We don't have that here. If you go to a happy hour in the pub, you might be lucky if you get a bowl of peanuts or a bowl of pretzels or a bowl
But I
of
just
crisps.
said that's like where somebody, like if you go to an uppity place. Now, if you're going
uppity
to
place, they'd give you bread and oil probably. You know, like where you dip the bread in oil and balsamic vinegar.
Bread and oil with your drink? No,
haven't you had that? It's nice.
I've had bread and oil. Don't get it twisted. I've had bread and oil with my meal. I ain't never had it at no bar. Just bread and oil and salt and pepper. And you just dip it. Hey man, how was your day?
They have oil and balsamic vinegar, like 2 different pots, and then you can just dip it between both. That's if you go somewhere posh. Let's not get it twisted, as you would say. If you go to a pub, you get a bowl of peanuts. That's it. And nobody wants to put their hand in that because they don't know who's put their hands in before.
Yeah, now one thing I ain't doing, I ain't putting my fingers in nobody's bowl of nuts.
No, because you don't know if somebody's put their hand in
I'm just going to drink. We normally just, if like say happy hour for us is Thirsty Thursdays. So if you drink, we normally just drink, or we get a couple things of wings. And now with the COVID though, you can't even go in and have a drink. You got to actually buy food now. Is that the same for you guys?
We're on lockdown. We can't even go in. Never mind anything else.
I know y'all just went on lockdown.
Okay, when it came out of lockdown, it would be that you had to call and make a reservation in the pub, bar, you would call it, and you had to choose, do you want to sit inside or outside? If you choose outside and it rains, tough luck, you can't change your mind. But you would have to go in, scan your phone, which it's a track and trace, it's called. Scan your phone to say that you're there. Go to your table. You'd only be allowed a 2-hour slot. You'd have to sit at the table and then order your drinks on an app on your phone, and somebody from the bar would bring it. You'd only be able to leave your table to go to the toilet. That's it.
That sounds about fair. Some of these places got apps now for your menu.
Nando's had that before.
But you can't drink anymore. Like you can't just go in and have a drink. You have to buy food now. That's what they made it to, where like you just can't go in and have a drink and leave. You have to go in there and purchase food.
Going back
so now what people do is get an hors d'oeuvre, sit it on the table, and get as many drinks as you want.
But going back to the peanuts on the bar, do you know why they do that? Because peanuts are full of salt, and salt makes you thirsty. So if they leave it on the bar and people eat the nuts, they're gonna order more drinks. They're gonna spend more money.
True that, and I knew that, but I'm not sticking my hand in no nuts.
No way.
When people just be in there, I don't know what that man next to me.
He's bleaching his balls, and then he's gonna put his hand in them nuts. No, thank you. I do not want sweaty nuts.
Probably where COVID started.
Probably. Never mind bats. Sweaty balls. That's where it started.
That's probably where COVID started, right there.
Exactly.
Not washing your hands and got your hands all in the peanuts. Uh-uh.
Well, I'm so
No.
glad we cleared that up. You don't have sandwiches, you only have burgers. We don't have chicken sandwiches, we only have burgers.
Wait a minute. I didn't say we didn't have burgers. I said burgers are considered a sandwich. I didn't say
That's
we
what I
didn't have
mean.
burgers.
I didn't know. I heard exactly what you said.
I said burgers are considered a sandwich because you said no,
We have
no, a
hamburgers,
burger's not
beef
a sandwich. You
burgers.
said a burger's not a sandwich. That's what you said.
It's not a sandwich. It's a burger.
It's considered a sandwich. If it's got 2 pieces of bread and some meat in it.
Anyway, I say give me steak any day. Forget burgers, sandwiches. I'd eat steak every day if I could.
I'm versatile. I like it all. But I'm gonna tell you right now though, I'll eat that yard bird any chance I get.
You'll eat what?
Yard bird, chicken.
Did you say yard burger?
Yard bird.
Oh,
A
okay.
yard bird is a chicken.
Okay. So you'd choose a chicken burger over a beef burger?
A chicken sandwich over a beef
Jesus,
burger?
sorry. You'd choose a chicken sandwich over a beef hamburger?
Over a hamburger, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hmm. Now, don't get me wrong. I'll tear down a cheeseburger if it's made right.
Okay, are you for or against pineapple on pizza?
I'm for.
Yes! Love it.
Hawaiian pizza. Who
Huh?
don't like pineapple on their pizza? Ham and pineapple and green
Oh no,
peppers.
ham and pineapple's boring. I'm on about if you got a meat feast and then you chuck some pineapple on there as an extra.
Whoa. So you're saying, now I ain't never had this. So you're saying you want to meat lovers and then you throw pineapple on top of it?
Yes!
Oh, I got to try that. I ain't
You
never
got
tried
to.
that.
When me and Michaela was younger, we used to go to Pizza Hut. I'm not going to lie, quite often, sometimes 3 times a week. We was young, we thought we had money, we were living the fast lane and the high life. We would have
Fast lane
chicken.
highlight.
We would have barbecue chicken wings to start, and then we'd have pepperoni, sweet corn, and pineapple pizza every time. I'm telling you, when you get a meat
I'm
feast
telling you,
pizza,
people who know me would tell you my favorite sandwich would be a bacon cheeseburger sub with ketchup, lettuce, and tomato. Lettuce and tomato, ketchup, mustard, and mayonnaise.
whoa there, ketchup, mustard, and mayonnaise.
That's
Jeez,
my sandwich. That's my sandwich of choice. If I were to go anywhere,
that's sauce overload.
people know me.
Right
That's
there.
what I eat. I can get it in now. But if I didn't have that, chicken would be the way to go for me.
Okay, so let's end this on a high. What is if someone said to you, you could eat just one meal for the rest of your life, what are you going with? Just one meal.
Fried chicken.
Fried chicken, how boring. Okay, I'm gonna go steak.
I'm gonna go fried chicken, and I won't get a high cholesterol count. Yes.
Great. Are you savory or sweet?
I'm both.
Ooh, greedy. If you had to pick one.
Savory.
Okay, so you said fried chicken. What's your favorite sweet dessert?
Favorite dessert. Key lime pie.
Okay, mine's ice cream. Any but chocolate flavor. Ice cream all day, every day.
I
Or
love
cheesecake.
I love me some key lime pie. I don't know what it is, but I just love it. Man, if I see that on a menu, I'm getting it.
Okay, noted. Key lime pie fan.
Ice cream.
Okay, yes, ice cream. I'd eat ice cream breakfast, lunch, brunch, lunch, supper, dinner, whatever, midnight snack. If I didn't get fatter every damn day, I don't care what the weather is. It's on my wish list to own an ice cream van, being as I missed my chance at getting an ice cream parlor.
Ice cream van or ice cream truck?
Tomato, truck, van. And when I'm rich,
We call them ice cream
if,
trucks coming up. when we were a kid, if you heard that ice cream truck coming down the street, you better hope you was good that day.
Oh, we
If
didn't
you
even
cut
bother
up,
asking because we didn't get
If you
it.
cut up and you hear that ice cream truck, you automatically just burst into tears because you know you ain't getting nothing.
I'm
Unless you
telling
had
you.
one of those cool, one of your friends was that cool parent and they just got you an ice cream, be like, look, don't tell your daddy.
Listen,
Just
I'm
get over
telling
here
you
and
for a
eat it.
fact, when I'm rich, in my kitchen, I'm going to have one of those ice cream machines where you pull it down and it's a nice soft ice cream.
Soft serve.
Yep, I'm having one of them in my kitchen and I'm having a slush poppy machine, like your Slurpee, like my Tango Ice Blast. I'm having them two machines in my kitchen.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'll invite you round for a drink, watch a movie. You can have a Slurpee.
Can I bring my goobers?
Bring your what?
Goobers, chocolate covered peanuts.
Well, yeah, I suppose.
Matter of fact, do y'all have goobers?
Never heard of them in my life.
That's going on my list.
Goobers. We have M&Ms. We have peanut M&Ms. Is that the same thing?
Nope.
Oh. Goobers. It sounds like a cartoon. Did you watch the Goobers? That's what it is. It's a kid's cartoon.
On that note, people.
What's your film, Richard, that you got to watch?
I got to watch Jack and Sarah.
And I've got to watch...
What the film you got to watch, Sophie? I mean, Soph?
The Devil All the Time. Rich.
The Devil All the Time. Soph. Well, I just want to say this week is a new week, new day. So I'm looking forward to seeing you again on Friday.
And I want to say, thank the Lord, you've actually finally got a president. I'm glad that it went your way and you were so pleased about it. I'm still debating about sandwiches and burgers, but that's a debate to carry on over time.
Oh, and before we go, did you know we were on the radio? A shout out on the radio in England?
We did.
Everybody on the radio.
We have made it.
Knows who we are now.
Listen, if anyone don't know who they are, then they're not worth knowing.
Hey, it is what it is.
It is.
Well,
Rich, I'm going to see you Friday. This is Rich.
And we are across the pond. See you guys later.